What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining us. This is episode 6, and I haven't updated you on the city in a long while. It's been a couple weeks. So right behind me, you'll see that we've made a lot of progress. But let's go ahead, dive in, and let me show you what we've been doing and where we plan on going with this next. So you remember MOC City 1.0, the original design was going to be 6 base plates by 4 base plates, but because Lowe's can't measure correctly or listen to direction, they cut an entire base plate off, or an entire section off. So we only really have room for 3 and maybe a half, which I'll show you here in a second. But that was the original plan, and here's what it currently looks like. And it is coming along very nicely. So last time, before we left off, before we finished Assembly Square, we were putting all of the road plates onto a modular or onto a mills plate form. And currently we are pretty much up to speed with that. Let me move these cars. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full base plates completely turned into mills for the road plates, and then we have this little half section here coming out of the turn. So those have all been pretty much completely finished. Then over here we have where we will put the sanctum. These are all locked in. Same with the roads. You can see we've moved all of the modular original curbs, move them out about 8 studs, 6 or 8 studs, 6 studs to be exact, actually, when I think about it. So the sidewalk for our entire modular has increased significantly, and I really like that. And it's giving a lot of opportunities for scenes that we can create. Now, some of the things I may adjust, with the table, I kind of move that a little bit forward. Same with the bench. The tree from the birch books, that got pulled all the way to the front. I'm not loving that. I will potentially change that a little bit, maybe put it a little bit back. And then in the near future, I kind of want to put some foliage, some landscaping, and even maybe some parking, but I'm not sure yet. Still thinking about that. Over here by the corner garage, we have a mills plate. This section right here took me a minute, took me a little bit of time to figure out, but I do like the way that looks, where it's not just straight off the curb. It transitions into the street. May change out the white lines for these in the future, but not right now. And then we have a smaller sidewalk down the alleyway, which hopefully in the near future we can build on and continue to grow that. The assembly square we have currently sitting here, that has been completely updated. And then the boutique hotel we have not updated yet, mainly because we ran out of parts. One of the more difficult things I've ran into was how I wanted to depict the corners. I've seen some, I don't know if I wanted to round it or if I want to kind of straight it off. I have an idea for that. This is kind of just a rough layout. It won't look exactly like this. I will eventually have a dark gray stud there, and the whites will be at a hard corner right here. And then up on the sidewalk, I'll have these curved pieces to kind of round it off. That's my thought. I've ordered pieces for that, but we'll see how that turns out. Then on the opposite sidewalk, we currently ran out of pieces, mainly the studs to be able to plant the minifigures, so I've ordered more of those. But for the most part, I mean, I really, really like the way it looks. Let me know in the comments what you guys all think. Would love to hear some feedback on it. I've learned a ton of the process of going through creating your own city. I made the mistake of purchasing way too many dark gray studs, but that just gives me more of a reason to continue to grow the city. I'm learning more and more about the roads, the sidewalks, because I still want to put, foliage and some landscaping, and like I said, potentially some parking spots. So those parking spots, I have taken some insight from around my city that I live in, and I want to incorporate it like that and make it look similar to that, where you're going to have some off-street parking that's a little tight, but it'll go, that off-street parking will go a little bit off of the street, but not completely. So it will be tight, but it'll add a very dynamic mix to the city. So that's the next plan, is to finish out the base plates where I want the park to go. I already have a couple ready, but as I said, I ran out of pieces, so I'm looking to wait on those. They should be here early next week, and then we'll be able to kind of fill in the park. My idea for this is we'll mills these up and then extend the sidewalk a little bit into that park area, and then it'll be greenery where I can make it, summer themed. When Christmas rolls around, we can put the giant Christmas tree, all of that, and have a lot of fun to change it up and give us a lot of freedom. This would also allow me to put in a slightly larger sidewalk over here to where I can cut into it off of the street to have some off-street parking. So those are just some of the thoughts. But for now, with me running out of pieces, I kind of just wanted to show you all, give you an update as to where the city is. I think it looks fantastic. I think it's coming along very nicely. We're having to make some real-time adjustments, but nothing too big. I really love the way that it looks when it's coming together. I think it looks really cool. I'd love to hear what y'all think. The minifigures in it, I'm getting lots of freedom to create scenes. I really like that. I even have this guy from the Turtles, from a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. Kind of looks like a criminal. Love that. We got the father and a son, mom pushing a baby. We even have some of the CMF from other series that we have extras and duplicates of. We could incorporate them into the city. And overall, I'm really happy with the way that it's turning out. It's going to give me a lot of opportunities for a lot of cool content. But I really want to know what y'all think. Let me know of some tricks that I can learn from, because I got more pieces coming in. But I really wanted to give you all an update, because I'm kind of going to take a small break from building on the city, so that way we can focus on building Bowser. But, I'm not going to stop building with the city. I'm just going to kind of take a break from posting about it weekly as I make some larger, more detailed adjustments to it. But I am going to come back. We are going to come back, update you, so make sure you subscribe so that way you can see when we do upgrade it. But, I didn't want to record putting down hundreds of these base plates. It just became very repetitive and very, very non-exciting. But, man, I'm very pleased with the way it looks. I would love to hear some feedback. So, as I said, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be finishing off the curves, probably add the final road plate here, so that way we can lock in the boutique hotel. And then I'm going to get started on the greenery spots, as well as making some finer adjustments within the city. But would love to hear what y'all think. Let me know in the comments if you have ideas, things I can do, tricks to make things a little bit easier or flow better. And while we wait on those, I'm going to go ahead and start building Bowser. I've been staring at it for over a week now, and it's really making me want to build that. So we're going to be posting a lot of videos of the process of building Bowser, just because it looks like a super cool build and a lot of different techniques. So stay tuned for updates on that. And I appreciate y'all for checking in, and let me know in the comments again what you think of the city, ideas moving forward, tips and tricks, all of that stuff. And if you enjoyed it, go ahead, subscribe, like this video, share it. I really appreciate it. And look forward to seeing you guys next time. As always, stay creative, and thanks for watching.